Everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And I just want to thank all of you who have subscribed. Do not forget to smash the like button, subscribe, like, share, and let's build this community together and see how we can, you know, grow together. But thank you very much so far for listening and watching and all of that, and for subscribing. Today, and as we've been doing over the past couple of videos that you've watched, we're going to be talking about Ruben Amorim's um, first training session. This happened 2 days ago, and there was another training session yesterday. But yeah, first training session, and everybody's getting excited. Like we got some behind the scenes video or behind the scenes footage of the um training session, like a 6 minute video or something, and I think there's also a 12-minute video, and it's been circulating all over social media. So, and I guess a lot of people must have seen it and gotten there, like gotten so excited at what they have seen so far with shapes and patterns and all of that. But we're going to be, diving a little deeper into what we observed. As you can see, the training pictures, right on this side of the screen. You can see some of the pictures. These pictures were taken out of the obviously online, but from the Manchester United website and the Manchester United social media page and platform from the first day. And from what I can see, Ruben Amorim looks really good in the training sessions, and he's been taking training, and he's in the middle and in the thick of things, and you can actually see all the other managers, all the other coaches, on the sidelines watching and soaking it all in. um yeah, but we're gonna go behind the scenes and try to um look at what Amorim, his first training session was as a Manchester United new head coach. um like I said, and I've said in the previous videos, as we've been going deeper and deeper into the type of coach we have, um, Ruben is known for tactical brilliance and dynamic style. And he has officially begun his journey at Old Trafford on Monday. And his first training session was Monday. He had another training session yesterday with the available players. And news has it that Bruno Fernandez is back, as I said in the last video as well. Bruno Fernandez is back, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty excited to join this training session and took it all in and get prepared for Ipswich on Sunday. Same with Lisandro Martinez. Licha is also back, but he's not back in training. From the news that I'm getting, he's trying to be fit for the first game or for the next game against Ipswich Town. And everybody is getting upbeat, as I said. Even like the United social media platform is getting upbeat. Like all the pictures they post is like, oh, the reset or the restart or something. Like, yeah, it's fun. And the good thing about it is we're gonna have a good run of games up until March. This last international break is the last one for the year, and we don't have any other one until March. And by March, we will know where things are or where everyone lies and where everyone is on the table. So basically, um, first and foremost, on Monday, the cameras were at Carrington, as I said, to capture the moment as Amorim um, met with a group of United players for the first time, with the international break, still ongoing. There are a couple of games that happened last night, and United players even scored um, goals. Um, but it was a smaller group than usual, and we probably already had like about 10 players that didn't go on international break, of which I'm going to break down what the formation looked like in practice in the later part of the video. But yeah, let's write together. So basically, small group of players, those coming back from injuries, and those. literally like that did make it to the national team and those that have kind of retired from international football and all of that. But he didn't stop the new boss from trying to lay the groundwork. And that's what I understood from the video, which I'll probably play some clips for you to see, or I'll play clips that everybody has. So, and it was obviously going from Manchester United website. Um, you could see that he was kind of laying the groundwork for everyone to kind of get a hang of what is ongoing or what is obtainable, and all of that. It's very important that everybody kind of, what would I say, like gets on board, if you know what I mean. So he started basically the training with, you know, the few players that have were available, as I said, like Ahmad, who didn't go, Malacia, as you can see in the pictures and the videos, um, Casemiro and Anthony, um, yeah, Leny Yoro, who's back from injury, Marcus Rashford, who didn't make it to international, and Kobbie Mainoo, who's also working his way back to full fitness. And yeah, it was a good, training session, as the case may be. But then the like I said, among the group, Kobe Mainoo, who has continued his recovery after picking up an injury against Aston Villa last month. But it's great to see, some of these players back on the pitch as they build towards full fitness along with other teammates, right? So um as I said as well, Ahmad was in attendance, having missed the international duty with Ivory Coast due to a knock he picked up against Leicester City after playing a phenomenal game. Look out for the next video on Ahmad Diallo. So the winger looked sharp and eager to impress the new manager. He looked sharp and eager to impress the new manager. And we could see that this was what was obtainable for him. And then players like Luke Shaw, like you saw in that clip, Tyrell Malacia and Leny Yoro were also in action during the first practice. Um, as for defensive reinforcements, Luxor Malaysia and Leny Yoro all took part in the session, as I said, and they worked their way back to full fitness. It was good to see Luxor back, though. It was really good to see Luxor back. But but isn't it ironic? Their returns came at a better time for Manchester United. Um, then we have, as I said, Lisandro Martinez, who picked up a knock as well. He traveled for the internationals with Argentina, but the medical team didn't let him play, didn't clear him for fitness because he wasn't fit. Um, Victor Lindelof also returned to Carrington, but he's still being assessed after dropping out of the Sweden squad, just like Lisandro Martinez. But we hope that they recover in time for the run of games that we have, because we need everybody, every player. But we with only 10 senior players available, Amorim supplemented the session with several academy players, as you would see in the video. He supplemented with several academy players, and basically you could tell that s- uh, you could see some of the 16-year-olds and all of that from the under 18s and under 21s. I could recognize some under 21 players in that um, during the session, right? So pretty much what really like happened, and it was super interesting to watch as these players, you know, started the practice. But um, these young reds, or the young players, as you can see in the shot, had the chance to impress the manager. They had the chance to impress the manager. But yeah, it's pretty much uh, what it is at the moment. So as we go, Um, the, the new era has officially begun with the first training session, and Amorim is already ready. Is already setting the tone. Bringing in the energy, and with a clear direction in training. While this was only a glimpse of what's to come, people have had issues with putting out um, training videos and having understanding of the shape and all of that. There's a good side to it and there's a bad side. The truth is, as I've seen some YouTube channels that I follow, they've talked about it being a good thing or being a positive in the sense that yeah, you can see the formation, but it's all about playing um according to the style and all of that, and the players fit in the style. I mean, a lot of people study um Pep Guardiola as he plays, and they study his style of play and all of that. And in the end, everybody's playing. Everybody's able to play to try to figure him out, but everybody's still going to be studied. Everybody's still going to be observed. Everybody's still going to be worked on or try to be figured out. If you know what I mean. So basically, this new era has officially begun, and what I observed is that Amorim is trying to lay the groundwork with the people that are available so that by the time other players come back from the international, they are going to just automatically fit in, right? And then because the groundwork is being laid, so you lay the groundwork, the under 21s, under 18s, they see it and they adapt to the game, and then they see how we are going to, fall into this new era, if you know what I mean. But as we keep going, there are seven takeaways or seven key takeaways from this first training session that we've observed. And I'm still going to break it down with the formation, but let's go. Let's keep going. Um, Basically, number one of the seven key takeaways is that Amorim makes his presence felt. Right? He makes his presence felt. He's there. He's in the thick of things with the players. You would see in some of the shots online, you would see where he actually got involved and he was trying to show them. And one thing I observed about the training session, which I would talk about in when we talk about the formation, is the fact that there's a lot of running, recovery runs, running into the channels, running into space, and all of that. But yeah, so number one of the seven key takeaways is that Ruben Amorim makes his presence felt, right? And it showed the immediate influence on the squad, his tactical focus, energetic leadership, and he has begun building relationships with the players and staff. The first step sets the tone for his era at United. Basically, if you see one of the runs, if you watch the video online, you see where he was impressed with Mason Mount's run, and he said, "Oh, great run, um, great movement, Mason, or great movement, Mace." So basically, Mason Mount's run, and you could see that there is, you know, positives, and hopefully Mason Mount stays fit. So number two is Kobbie Mainoo, his positive return from injury. He's gradually returning to full fitness after his injury in October. But his presence in this training, highlights that you can see, um, and United's careful approach, especially Ruben Amorim. If you've seen some of the clips and the videos, you see Amorim talking to him because he's a key player to this formation. Talking to him and trying to tell him how to make space, like the bust out and then change your runs and change direction and all of that. So yeah, it's good to see that. And obviously, Kobbie Mainoo is going to be key to this formation. And number three on the list is that Ahmad's recovery boost option. Ahmad, who missed international duty with Ivory Coast due to the knock, trained with the group, signaling positive progress. His participation is a boost for United in the attacking uh part of the team with attacking depth under Amorim's leadership. So basically, Ahmad being back is a good positive for the whole team, right? Um, then number four, the defenders are close to match fitness. Luke Shaw, Tyrell Malacia, Leny Yoro, all were involved in in this training, and um, they continue their recoveries. Their return could also strengthen United's backline, who has also been stretched in the recent months with so many players playing too many games. Even though we've just literally just played 11 games only in the Premier League and the rest the games in the cups, right? Number five on the seven key takeaways is that Martinez and Lindelof are currently undergoing assessments, but I don't expect that they're going to be back pretty quickly, but I guess they're super excited. I saw an analysis by a YouTuber online who said that it's like having a new toy and you're so excited to play with the toy. That is what it feels like to be a Manchester United fan right now. But obviously with Martinez and Lindelof, it would be too soon to call for them to be back and ready to play. But which will now lead us to number six. Number six is the opportunity for academy players. Obviously, in all the interviews we've seen, Ruben Amorim has said that he's going to involve a lot of academy players. Obviously, he's done it in the past in Sporting Lisbon and Casapia and all the places where he's coached. But with several players on international duty, he called up academy talents to bolster the session. There's the Kukonki left-footed centre back from the under 18s who also featured, and all of the other under 21s. But I was surprised that the press were solely focused on Kukonki, 16-year-old, like making it a big deal out of it. Yeah, we as Manchester United fans are so excited to see that young players are getting involved in practice and, getting to be kind of like taught the foundation of the play style. Well, it was good to see um, these young players be involved, and it was also a chance for them to impress the new manager with potentially earning opportunities in the first team. The young players had a game last night against Accrington Stanley. Yeah, it would be Accrington Stanley. It was the League Cup, the National League Cup, and they won 4-0 with Ethan Ennis scoring 3 goals. But it was a good game to watch, and some of the guys who were in this first training session were also involved in the game, right? So it's good, the under 21s. So number seven, last but not least, is the focus on foundation before the full squad return, which is what I talked about. There's a focus on the foundations of the formation or the style of play that we're trying to enact or trying to, like, bring up, or Morim style of play. Like he said in this interview, he's going to do what he knows that has gotten him this far, right? So, well, the initial session was more of familiarization and setting the groundwork. Um, with most international players yet to return, Amorim is preparing to implement his tactical ideas more fully when the squad reunites this week. So these are the takeaways to show that Amorim's start to life, or his tenure, is, we're starting on a good note and balancing recovery efforts and integrating young talents and laying the groundwork for upcoming challenges. Well, I'm going to try and do a short tactical breakdown of his formation. And this is the formation that I noticed, um, I observed this formation when when we're watching the clip. You would see some repetitions happening. And I'm just gonna, you know, so with the formation, these were the players that played so it's like the available first team versus the young players who were um used to bolster the training session. Um, there's already, like I said, excitement. Everybody is so excited, but we're trying to keep our temporary, like I would say, temporary expectations. I've gotten to the point where I don't really, I get excited, but I'm not overly excited to lose my mind. Yes, enjoy the moment, but temporary expectations. But We could see from the practice that the formation was more of a 3-2-4-1. Um, 3-2-4-1 formation, and it's known for its fluidity, adaptability, and it could also redefine Manchester United's approach to games. Um, from this formation, you can actually see the three at the back, where Luke Shaw, Johnny Evans, and Leny Yoro. And then we had Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro together, and then we had Mount and Ahmad playing as inside tens, and we had um, Tyrell Malacia and Anthony playing as wing backs, and then Marcus Rashford, like I said a few days ago, Marcus Rashford playing as a striker. But we're breaking down this formation, and I'll tell you that this formation emphasizes on a couple of things, four things actually. It's a very unique formation. Um, it emphasizes on number one, fluid movement. Now, the shape allows for players to move seamlessly, ensuring effective ball circulation and control, which you saw in the video that I showed you earlier. You'd see that Tyrell Malacia playing on the left side, Anthony playing on the right side. Well, two left-footed players, but you could see that what they were doing was to try to create repetitive motions, right? Repetitive movements, so that you get totally ingrained. It gets totally ingrained in you to understand where to be, just as Ruben would always say, where to be and what to do at the time, where to be, where you are. So fluid movements and circulation of the ball and control. Um, Also, number two, attacking style. This step, this setup encourages an aggressive pressing game, something that Amorim is always known for. Aggressive pressing game. So they all press together. Like I said in my last two videos, you press together as a team and then defend as a team. And it involved a lot of running. I don't know if I can try and show you a clip of where the players were running back. Amorim was trying to um, show something, and he showed where the players were running back and all of that. So it's very important that yeah, let me see if I can show you all where the players were running back. So this is where he was trying to show Kobbie Mainoo about ball reception and all of that. So you see that when they play and play, um, then the players start running back. Right now, you can see. So it involves a lot of running, a lot of running. So so basically, the attacking style of play encourages aggressive pressing, and this is something that Amorim is well known for. Um, so that aside, number three is the numerical superiority in midfield. So by dominating the midfield of the pitch, the team can maintain control and dictate the game's tempo. Maintain control, dictate the game's tempo. And number four is defensive transition. So the defensive transition, um, especially for this shape, it adds versatility with a left and a right back sliding into the defensive midfield role, and then the defensive midfield stepping up to create dynamic midfield square. So to create a dynamic midfield square, and from this picture you can see on this side, the midfield square is basically, excuse me, the midfield square is basically um, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Ahmad, and Mainoo, right? So we can see that square there, and then you have Malacia and Anthony joining into the midfield. I believe unless Anthony wants to leave Manchester United, I believe Anthony needs to step up his game. I watched a part of the clip in the practice where he was doing flicks and tricks. He was more like using his flicky control, stylish control, and then he was also trying to do this thing where he was standing on the foot and trying to the dribble. Just play, just play. The truth is, when a player, this is what I've known and this is what I've done even in my time of playing. When I feel like I'm not on form, what I do is go back to basics. And that is what I would always suggest for someone who is not playing well or not getting a chance. Go back to basics, do the basics well. And then when you get the chance, you can improve on the basics as well as improve on what you already have. So yeah, the defensive transition is all about versatility. It means that if one of the fullbacks or one of the wing backs is high up, like say for example, Anthony is high up on the right side, it means Malacia will slide into the midfield and join the defensive midfield setup um, on this side of the field. And then if Malacia is high up, Anthony or whoever is playing on that right side, Nusa Mazarawi and all of that could slide into the midfield in the defensive setup to make more like a back four with Casemiro and Mainoo pushing up a little bit. So this formation it provides balance, between defense and attack. Everybody's attacking, everybody's defending at the same time, everybody's running. And I heard some content creators on YouTube also say stuff like, and I get their point. They say stuff like, "Oh, Ruben has been known to use all of his players." I watched a couple of games before he joined Manchester United, and he's been known to maximize his substitutes. So it's very important that every player is fit and kicking, so as to be able to meet up with what's expected. Um, so to sum this all up, the approach not only provides defensive solidity, but also unlocks attacking potential, making it a well rounded system that suits the modern game. Fans can look forward to seeing how Amorim implements his structure in the first game against Ipswich Town on Sunday. But I have a feeling that he might not implement the formation right away, but he might want to make sure everybody understands, because from the clip, you could see that they were doing a lot of repetitive patterns, so that you know where you are, as I said earlier, and know what to do when you get the ball. He was trying to show Kobbie Mainoo what to do, how to recycle the ball, move the ball from side to side, and all of that. So I feel like this video being put out is more like a way to show that he can do it, but then put people off or put other teams off. He might not employ that formation almost immediately, but I look forward to him, implementing it and what it will look like, especially when it comes to style of play um, on Sunday. Yeah, against Ipswich Town on Sunday. Um, Look out for that. We're going to do some match review and we're going to do a preview for the game probably the next couple of days, maybe on Thursday or Friday. We're going to do a match preview before the game, and then we're going to also do a predicted lineups. But don't forget to smash the like button, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well as always. And thank you so much for always supporting the channel. We're growing, and we're going to keep growing. But the question I want to ask you, and I would like to know your thoughts and feelings about this, is that could this be a tactical revolution um, that Manchester United has always been waiting for? Um, and what I can say from my own opinion is that only time will tell, but the early signs look promising under Ruben Amorim. And I've heard these words before. The early signs look promising. We've heard it for the last manager, Ten Hag. The most important thing is that all the fans need to back this manager and back this team. I keep hearing, oh, this players are garbage, this players are this players are that. The truth is, in the summer, we had five new players joining. That's like half the team, right? And we had a couple of players go. And you say these players are garbage. I've been hearing these players are garbage for 5, 6 years now. And in that time, the team has changed a lot. So in the first team, now we have at least two or three players in every position, right? So when you say these players are garbage, I tend to disagree, right? I tend to disagree. But yeah, what are your thoughts and feelings about this? Could this be a revolution? Could this be the revolution that Manchester United has been waiting for, longing for years? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when we get a new video uploaded. Watch out for the next video on Amad Diallo. And thank you very much for watching. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. See you on the next one. Take care. God bless you. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.